Hey, welcome back to another episode on CypherCraft. And just like I said in the last episode, I went ahead and I grinded a bunch off camera. So as you can see, we have a bunch of wood now. Okay, maybe it's not that much, especially with the nether variants, but this took so freaking long. We're definitely gonna have to build a wood farm in the future. But yeah, I've been using this field over here to grow up all the trees and chop them back down, and yeah, it's a little chaotic over here, but yeah, we're getting there. Also, by the way, I have this on top of these trees, so I don't get any of the really tall oak trees, which are really annoying to chop down. Mangrove, though, I hate this tree. It is so annoying to harvest. And we haven't visited this farm in a few episodes, but yeah, it's running amazing. So yeah, we're getting a bunch of bone meal, a bunch of iron, and I've already came over several times and converted it all to blocks. So yeah, this thing is pumping out more than we're ever gonna need. However, we do have to figure out what to do with the facade because yeah, it's right now it's it looks kind of janky, but yeah, we'll work on that some other day. Fuck. Tools on me. Go away. But yeah, like I was saying, we need to figure out what to do for a facade for this place because yeah, we need to make it look a little bit better and make it look like it fits into the area. I did try out a few things. I was trying out some like obelisks and monoliths and stuff, but it didn't really look that great because I mean this is pretty wide and top and everything looked really janky. But yeah, I'll continue trying to design something, some kind of build to cover this up. But yeah, for now, fucking hell. Today is not my day. Go away. I just want to record. Ow, go away. Ow. But yeah, anyway, for today's episode, I want to go ahead and focus our attention over to an area that I found when I was lighting up some of the caves. Gotcha. Alright, so I've been trying to figure out where these guys were spawning. So I just saw this guy spawn in this chunk. We didn't get any slime? Nope. Yeah, and I think another one did spawn in this one over here, down here. So yeah, that's cool. So I think we have a double slime spawner over here. Now maybe there's a third one or a fourth one, that would be cool, but the caves are not lit up at all around here. I mean, you could just see how dark it is over here. Like, yeah, holy crap. But yeah, the caves aren't lit up, so these guys are spawning in very slowly, and I don't have the patience to just wait around here. So double slime spawn is more than good enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, dig this all the way out, I think. And then yeah, see where we go from there. I dug another hole because that's apparently what I like to do in my free time. But yeah, we got this all dug out, all the way down to level 0. I didn't really want to go any lower because deep slate is a pain to mine out. But yeah, I am not really interested in making this place look pretty because we're never going to see this place again, but maybe, you know, maybe we can come back in the future when we have more blocks, or if we need something to do, we can kind of redesign this. But yeah, I'm just going to go in and just fill in all of the holes that we have in the walls and stuff. And yeah, start filling this out. And also, this cave over here is huge. This place is massive. Ooh, diamonds. But yeah, then we're also going to have to go around, we're going to have to light up a bunch of caves around here because slime are not spawning anymore. I had maybe one slime spawn the entire time I was digging this out. So yeah, we're going to have to go around, also probably slab up all the areas underneath all the way down to bedrock to make sure other slime don't spawn down there. And then make sure that we force all the spawns into this area. But yeah, this design is going to be pretty simple. I have played around with rails before, but they are very annoying. I remember having a lot of problems with them either getting stuck in the corners, or if I'm in unloaded chunks, well, if they're in unloaded chunks, then they don't run anymore. I think Mojang did update them, and so now they're a little bit better, but regardless, I still have a little bit of trauma from them, so I don't want to use them. I'm going to go ahead and use water. It is going to be a little bit slower, but yeah, then we don't have to deal with extra entities moving around and stuff. So yeah, I'm just thinking in the middle with the markers, we have 3, 6, yeah, so about 9 platforms that we're going to have. And if I go ahead and throw up the chunk borders, you can see that this right here is a slime chunk. Same with this one over here. And then we have a 3-block gap around the entire farm. And that's just going to allow us to put in iron golems onto the sides. The slime will be attracted, jump off the platforms, and then we can catch them with water over here, push them into the middle. And for those at the very edges over here, they'll get pushed in. Then we have another stream, which will then push them to the middle. I don't think it's necessary to have them 3 deep like this fall. But I was just thinking with large slime, they might try to fight the water and stuff like that. So this way they're not pushing slime back up onto the platform, so I think this will be good. And we'll also go ahead and throw a iron golem onto this block, so that way slimes won't fight the water and instead will come into the middle, where I'm going to go ahead and throw down some magma blocks down here. Those are pumpkins. So I was thinking, yeah, we can fill these up with magma, the slime will die, and then we can just have water pushing them over here. The items will be able to go under these slabs, but the slime won't. And then that way we don't have to deal with hoppers or droppers or anything like that, and we can just use another water stream to then bring the items directly to the collection chamber. But yeah, I also want to go ahead and just put these in the edges. Now, I don't know if this is going to work against slime. I'm not sure if they're affected by ice. But I want to go ahead and throw in some ice on the edges, just because this is going to be the edge of where the water reaches, and that's kind of like the weakest push of the water. So if there are slime trying to fight their way back, but I don't think they will because they'll see the iron golem, then maybe this will be enough to push them over. Again, I don't know if slime are affected by ice or not, but I'll just go ahead and throw it in regardless. And then we can start throwing in all the platforms. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring you guys back in when I made some progress. Alright, so we now have a slime farm, which is awesome. But now I want to go ahead and connect it up to the surface. Because I think, instead of just having like a hole where we jump down, I think I want an actual landmark to represent where the farm is. I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I think if we go ahead and turn on the chunk borders, I believe our slime farm is it this one? Yeah, alright. So it's this one. So our slime farm is in this chunk and in this chunk right here. So I was thinking we could probably just have the water streams push it over, and then we can build our build up in this chunk right here. So that way it's still connected, and then I think the slime farm will still work when we're standing inside the building. Yeah, I think that'll look really cool, especially up here on top of the hill. Now I do have a build already designed and thought out, and I think it looks really, really epic. So I'm really excited to get this into our survival world. So yeah, let me go ahead, clear out some space, gather some materials, and then let's get building. And there's the thumbnail. Alright, nice. And then we can just boop and boop. Why do you not grow? Oh boy. That thing is huge. That's what she said. But this thing did turn out a lot bigger than I was anticipating. If we look over to this silo off to the side, that is actually the same size as what we have on our storage silo. So that kind of puts it into perspective, into scale, how big the central tower is. But I think it looks cool. I did play around with several different types of sails. There were some wood ones that looked pretty cool, but they were so small from over here that you couldn't really tell what it was. I tried out a few other sails, but they were way too big and it was just comically large. These are still pretty big, but I think they work. I think if we go any smaller, it's going to be hard to distinguish them from the background, and especially because right, we're going to be viewing this build from way out here, so it has to be a little bit bigger so we can actually see it. But I think it looks really, really cool, and I absolutely love the immersions feel as you're walking through here. You kind of just see these things slowly moving in the background. Oh, it looks so good. But yeah, I need to go ahead and throw in some carpet on top of the sails, as well as some lichen on the roofs, just to mob spawn it, because right now mobs are able to spawn and then fall on top of my head, which is not ideal. But yeah, I didn't do any of the interiors, as you can see, but we have so much space. I think this is probably one of the largest buildings we've created. So yeah, I need to think what we can put in here. Oh yeah, by the way, check this guy out. Bonjour. Yeah, we found him in a cave. It was actually a lot of work trying to get him up here and not die, because he kept clipping into blocks and stuff, but we got him. And yeah, this is Jeoffery. It's actually a tragedy of heartbreak, a tale as old as time, as his older brother Johnny, who was taken from him by the devil himself. Little Jeoffery here set out to save him, only to fall victim to the same lure of trickery and magic, and was then cursed with eternal lifelessness until he finds that of which he seeks. So, yeah, it's pretty sad, but, I don't know. Maybe we'll cure him. Depends on my mood. But yeah, we need to figure out what we want to do for the interior. This is going to be the storage for the slime. Maybe this building could also double as something else. But I was also thinking it would be kind of cool if we have like kind of slime shooting up and then bouncing back and forth, and I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. I'll have to see how the lag situation is, but yeah, so far I really, really like this building. We have a pretty basic texturing, nothing too fancy, but yeah, awesome. Alright, so I think next I want to go ahead and connect this build up with the rest of our starter area. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that. We do have to keep in mind this bridge and this path. I think I want it to come up like this and connect up here, or perhaps connect up here where we have the stairs. So I guess we can go ahead and take the dirt path and continue it up the mountain and then connect to the windmill. I think that would look really cool. I also thought it would be cool if we add a little bit of a forest back here, not only to isolate this build a little bit, but also give it a nice backdrop. However, I'm kind of tired of building custom trees, and I don't really want to do that right now, so I think we can just go ahead and use bamboo. I think that could look pretty cool. We don't have that much space in the front, so we can't really make a quote-unquote forest, but I think we can use some leaves and put in some water features to make it look pretty nice. And also, I'm just remembering, when we built a silo, I did mention that I want to have a sniffer sanctuary. Yeah, we're kind of running out of room up here. I think that's going to be too far away. I mean, maybe we could have a sniffer sanctuary over here, or we leave this area open. I'm not sure, actually. So, alright, so we'll keep this area open just in case we want to put it here. We might put it over there. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea, no plans on how this is supposed to look, so I'm a little bit intimidated. But I think first we should put in the path, and then after that we can start figuring out, yeah, where all the bushes and all the shrubs and all the terraforming needs to go. So let me go ahead and do that, and let's hope for the best. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks really, really good. Oh man. I like that. The sugarcane is maybe a little bit too vibrant, too much of a neon green. But overall, I really, really like that, especially with the stone walls. Oh, so good. But yeah, we have the same path that we've been using, which I really like, with the mushroom, the mud, coarse dirt, rooted dirt, and a little bit of granite here and there. Oh, and it looks so good. So we have the stairs coming up this way, and of course, remember, all of our paths have to be horse approved. And that's actually the reason why it's like this as well. I didn't want to just have a straight path going all the way up to the windmill. I wanted it to be more like an adventure, more like a journey, kind of a way to immerse yourself in these little zen gardens before you get to the top. And I think we did a good job at that. We have a bunch of little detail, a bunch of nature, and we have this little staircase that comes up this way, and I mean, look at this view. Oh, so good. So we have a bunch of detail down here. For starters, we have the sugarcane. Now I wanted to use this because I kind of thought of it as the younger version of the bamboo plant. I'm kind of like the skinnier stalks and stuff, and I think that looks kind of cool. And then for the bamboo, we're also using the trick that we used over in the Shadowwood Grove, where we place a bamboo plant on top of another bamboo plant. And so that's how we're getting all these little leaves instead of just having the leaves at the top. And I think that adds a lot. And yeah, we just added a bunch of detail, and it feels so peaceful walking through here. But then the stairs continue up this way, and we have another layer, and we also have these little pink leaves sticking out, which I think are really cool. That's I don't really know what causes that. That's part of the bushy leaves data pack. I think whenever it's next to a block it causes that, but that looks really cool. It happens every so often. And yeah, nice. And then it comes all the way up to the very top. I haven't done anything up here because I'm not sure what I want to do, what I want to put up here, but I mean, this is so cool. Look at how it blocks out the view. Oh, so good. I then do want to continue carrying this out this way. I don't want to put anything too big over here because I don't want to take away from the mountain, but something like we have with our little garden boxes, which yes, I am going to finish. I said I would and I didn't, but I will. just like we're gonna finish these. It's probably gonna take some time, but I think that would look really cool just dragging this out this way, and also probably over on this side as well. Yeah, I left a little opening here, and then we can continue these little boxes going in this direction, and I think that's gonna look so cool. But there is still one more thing I want to do, and that is to bring life and a little bit of movement into this area. And I was thinking we could probably bring our parrots over. I think that was episode 7, when we made the silo. We found a few parrots. Yeah, I think it would be cool if we breed them up, then bring them in here. It would be cool if they were, you know, flying around and stuff, but I mean, if I train them, then they only follow me, and if they're wild, they're just gonna fly away and die. So yeah, that's not great. But we can sit them around here, you know, sit them on top of these little boulders or some of the leaves and the trees and stuff, and they'll make a lot of chirping noises and just add a lot of movement and stuff, which will greatly add to the ambiance. So I'm an idiot. You can't actually breed parrots together. I didn't know that, but hey, you learn something new every day. Which actually makes sense, because I've never seen a baby parrot before. But yeah, I went back to the jungle over where the Badlands are, and I got my hands on a few more of these little guys. Yeah, by the way, added a little bit of a fire coral. I think it's the red one. And it looks like a little bird nest. It's kind of cool. But yeah, we did get our hands on a few of these guys. I'm not sure how many variations there are, but yeah, we found a dark blue one, a red one. I think these are the most common, or at least the most common that I've seen. We also found a light blue one, a white one. I think we have a few more. I think we had, yeah, a little gray one, which he kind of looks like a cockadoo. It's really cute. And yeah, I think that's all the colors that we found so far. But yeah, I also added in the spore blossoms. I hid a few in the trees, so we're getting these little particles and stuff. And yeah, this place is really shaping up with all the parrots and all the particles and stuff. This place is really, really cool and really, really peaceful. But yeah, these guys are going to need names eventually, so if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know down in the comments. And speaking of names, so Nightcat was pretty adamant about this one, so we can just boop and boop. Nice. You're welcome. But if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do hope that you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a shorter one this week, just because this week was a little bit harder for me to record, and also I spent the majority of the week just digging, which isn't the most exciting of content for you guys to see. However, regardless, we made a lot of progress in this episode, even if most of the grunt work was off camera, and I'm really happy with the way that this is shaping up. In between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and light up some of the caves just so the slime farm is a little bit more efficient, and also start to brainstorm about how we're going to do the storage system in the windmill and the interiors and stuff like that. But like always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.